Hello everyone, welcome back to the movie recap. Today's video will be an action, crime, and horror movie with a zombie outbreak situation. I guarantee that this one is worth watching. This movie is entitled Army of the Dead, which was just released in May 2021. Well, without further ado, let's get started. The first scene of the movie shows a chaotic accident between a fully loaded truck and a sedan which is driven by a newlywed couple. The truck and the guardsmen are moving out of Area 51. The guardsmen don't know that the truck that they are protecting is carrying a zombie, the result of the government's experiment. The container falls off the truck and the door is broken. The elite forces approach it slowly. Suddenly, a weird zombie-like creature gets out of the container and starts attacking the guardsmen. One by one all of the elite forces are bitten and turn into zombies. This is the first occurrence of the zombie outbreak in Las Vegas. Almost half of the citizens are infected with these man-eating creatures. The government and volunteers take initiative to build a wall and trap the zombies into the Las Vegas area only, thus the outbreak would not spread out further. The next scene introduces us to Scott, one of many volunteers who participated in this mission. After the government and volunteers succeeded in isolating the zombies, Scott now works as a chef in a burger restaurant. While Kate, Scott's daughter, is now working in the quarantine camp as a volunteer. Some rich guy comes to where Scott is working. He is Bly Tanaka. He gives Scott an offer to work with him instead of being a cook in the burger restaurant. The job is to fetch his money, more precisely $200 million. This is not an easy task, as he must take the money from a building named Bly Casino, which is located in the middle of Las Vegas. As we know before, Las Vegas has turned into a zombie's nest. After being concerned about the risk and reward of this job, Bly Tanaka offers Scott $50 million if he succeeds in doing the mission to bring back his money from his casino. The deadline of this mission is 96 hours before the government drops a small nuclear bomb into Las Vegas to exterminate the zombies. We see Scott having a nightmare. He stabs a zombie and does it in tears, as it is Scott's wife who has turned into a zombie. Kate can only witness it and cries, seeing his mother is truly dead now. Scott wakes up from his nightmare. It turns out it has been regularly haunting him for this tragedy. Scott chooses to accept the mission from Bly Tanaka. He calls Tanaka and hurriedly forms a squad for this mission. The first person he invites to join his squad is Maria Cruz, a stunningly beautiful woman and an old friend. Maria agrees to join him as they both are good friends. The next person Scott asks to join him is Vanderohe, an old friend, and he agrees to join in no time. Next, we see Marianne Peters, a mechanic and helicopter pilot. She agrees, and this makes a good addition to the squad. Now we move to the next crew, Mikey Guzman, a YouTuber who makes content by shooting zombies. Scott also invites Ludwig Dieter to join him and solve how to open the money safe box. Next scene we see Tanaka holding a meeting with Scott and his squad, explaining the mission objective, plan, and tactics to make it out alive. After they are done with the briefing, Martin, Tanaka's escort, tells them to meet him tomorrow morning. Scott asks for some help from Kate, to be able to get into the quarantine area. Scott is introduced to Lily, though people usually call her Coyote. She will be the one that will show him the way to Las Vegas. Long story short, they are now preparing for their departure to Las Vegas. Kate forces Scott to bring her into the squad and join the mission. She feels angry as she's used to giving her dad access to Las Vegas, yet she's afraid of her dad's safety. Lily also asks a police officer named Bert who patrols around the quarantine camp to join them on the mission. At first, they refuse to add into the squad, but Lily insists. After they are ready with the supplies and weapons, they all start to get into Las Vegas through the container. Soon after they enter the wall, Guzman and his friend take a chance to take a selfie in the location. The next scene shows us Lily shooting the police's leg. It turns out that they need a sacrifice to proceed with the mission. Lily thinks that he deserves it as he used to treat the woman badly in the camp. He is taken by some zombies to the Olympus building where the alpha zombies gather around. We see Zeus, the zombie king, having a conversation with Bert. It turns out that the queen zombie is pregnant now. Bert is served as a meal to the zombies as a celebration of the queen's pregnancy. We move to Scott. He and his squad are now moving into a building and passing many hibernating zombies. When Scott wants to point his flashlight at them, Lily stops him right away. She tells them that they have to avoid directing the light to the zombies, thus they will not be awakened from their sleep. However, it does not last long until the zombies wake up and begin chasing them. They all struggle to fight those many zombies with their weapons. They have to lose one of their crew, Guzman's friend. Guzman shoots her as she is already bitten by the zombies. He has no other choice but to enter suffering immediately. Scott split the team up to make their move more efficient. Peter and Cruz are in charge of preparing the chopper for them. Van, Guzman, and Dieter go to the safe box. Scott and Kate move to the generator and check on it, while Lily and Martin have to guard the entrance from the zombies. When they got outside, a few alpha zombies approached them. It turns out that they are the Queen and her guards. When Queen runs to them, Martin shoots a rope bullet to immobilize her. Her guard attacks them as he sees his Queen get hurt. However, Lily manages to finish the guard zombie and saves Martin. Martin comes to the Queen zombie. He wants to take her sample blood to the lab. Instead of doing that, he cuts her neck and takes her head with him. Martin thinks that this will be way more useful than blood. The scene now moves to Dieter, Guzman, and Van der Rohe. They try to solve the puzzle to open the safe box. They do not want to take the risk, thus they use a zombie as a decoy. They all witness how bad the traps are if it was them moving to the safe box recklessly. With the condition that is not getting better, the government instructs to speed up the bombing count. Scott and his squad have to face the bitter truth and do their best to pick up the pace and get out of that place as fast as they can. Dieter proves his worthiness and succeeds in opening the safe box. Meanwhile, Zeus the alpha zombie is now in grief, finding his beloved Queen zombie has died maliciously. Zeus opens up the Queen's stomach and finds the baby zombie is dead along with the Queen zombie. Zeus goes into a rage and orders his troops to chase the human who killed his Queen. The situation is getting worse than ever. Scott begins to panic and wants to find his daughter, Kate. Cruz tries to calm him down, but suddenly the door opens and many zombies come in. Cruz is killed and eaten by the zombies as she is not ready when the zombies abruptly attack them. Scott sees his old friend die. He tries to escape the zombie horde. Van der Rohe now faces Zeus. He has no other choice but to fight him. They both had a duel one-on-one, surely their power and ability are not equal. Zeus almost kills Van when Dieter barges into the duel and helps Van fight Zeus. Dieter locks Zeus up in the safe box. He sacrifices his life and we see him being pulled away by the other zombies. Martin is a sly one. He leaves everyone behind and flees all by himself. He also says that Bly Tanaka needs the Queen zombie's head more than the money, thus he runs with it. However, Lily already replaced the head with a money counter device. On his way, Martin checks on the bag to see the head. When he opens it, it turns out that the bag is filled with the money counter device. Suddenly, the tiger zombie approaches and attacks him. Martin dies after struggling with the tiger zombie, then he is eaten by it. Scott and his squad are moving to the big hall now after getting out from the basement. They again struggle to fight the zombie horde. Guzman gets bitten by an alpha zombie. Guzman sacrifices his life and detonates a few grenades with him, thus the zombies will explode with him and save his comrades. While Kate sneaks into the Olympus alone to look for Gita, Scott, and Lily manage to get to the rooftop and rendezvous with Peters. Unfortunately, Zeus arrives and catches up to them. Lily asks Scott to leave her alone as she will buy him some time by fighting Zeus. Lily realizes that Zeus is after the Queen zombie's head. She gets impaled by Zeus and almost dies, but she manages to throw the Queen zombie's head off the building. Scott acknowledges that his daughter, Kate, is in the Olympic building now. He instructs Peters to bring him there. Long story short, Scott finally finds Kate. He brings Kate and Gita up to the rooftop. However, Peters and her chopper are not there anymore. Scott thinks that they are abandoned when Peters comes in and saves them. They are not safe yet as Zeus is still chasing them. Zeus even runs to them as the chopper flies higher. He manages to board the chopper. Peters tries to control the chopper while Scott struggles to hold Zeus down. Scott's hand gets broken, but still, he manages to shoot Zeus with his gun. When the chopper moves to run away from that place, the nuclear missiles are fired at the same time. The explosion blows away their chopper. Peter and Gita die due to the crash. Kate is still alive and approaches Scott. They both have a conversation. Scott gives his money to Kate and asks her to take care of Gita's children. We see the two father and daughter are dealing with their past problems. Kate has no choice but to shoot her dad as he is already bitten by the zombie. Kate is not the only survivor as Van der Rohe gets out from Las Vegas's debris. How can he survive a nuclear bomb? Now we see Van move away from Las Vegas. He rents a private jet with the money he gets from the casino. The flight attendants serve him well. After a celebration, Van feels a bit dizzy. He goes to the toilet and finds out that he was bitten by a zombie. That is the end of the movie. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give a like and click on the subscribe button for more movie recap videos like this. Until next time, see ya.